Denard Robinson, one of the great names in Michigan football history, of course, as a quarterback about a decade ago. I think his last year was 2012. Has been named assistant director of player personnel. And because of the name attention, you let me know that actually the hiring of a player personnel director was made, and the headlines obviously gravitated toward Denard Robinson. So it's former Jacksonville Jaguars front office guy Tom Gamble who takes the lead role, and then Denard.
Yeah, and so Tom Gamble has a ton of experience. He's been in the front office for the Jaguars for a while. So I think for Michigan to pull a guy that has front office experience and has evaluated talent a lot at the NFL level really helps them in terms of recruiting and trying to go out and get certain guys that want to come play football in Ann Arbor. So I think it's a perfect combo of Tom Gamble's got the experience, he's done all that. He's been, definitely a more senior guy. But then you bring in that great name of Denard Robinson, too, who's got the smile, got the personality, going to be able to relate to these guys a ton. So it could be a great recruiting duo for Michigan here moving forward. And it's another Michigan alum back on Jim Harbaugh's staff. And so obviously he didn't play for Jim Harbaugh while here at Michigan, but we already know Jim Harbaugh in the last, 2 years has hired, over a handful of Michigan alums back on his staff. And so he's sticking with that. And I think he likes how it's helped the culture in Ann Arbor as well.
Yeah, I think as long as you're not reaching for someone who's not qualified, that's a definite bonus. If you can get the qualified person and he also has the name recognition, and you got to figure it's only obvious to think that if there's a tie to the university and the football program, that there's that extra motivation and incentive to get it right and to do a great job.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Denard is probably the biggest Michigan name in Michigan history, possibly. He's up there for sure. I was talking with a couple of guys, like if Denard Robinson was in college football during the NIL, he would have been making more money than Quinn Ewers. He would have been honestly making millions of dollars as Michigan's quarterback just because of how popular he was. But, I think there's that popularity part, but he also is qualified for sure. He's been with the Jaguars as an analyst for the past few years. He's done a great job there. Obviously, Tom Gamble must think highly of him if he's going to bring him, onto his staff here as Michigan after working with him there. So I think it's a great combo of that. Denard is not only that personality and that name, but he does have really good qualifications as well in terms of moving into an executive role.
Yeah, drafted by the Jags and played for 4 seasons in the NFL before he moved on, and obviously had a bent toward his future and a more permanent career, and really good for him that he's been able to make it at a high level there.